Hi there, my name is Laura and welcome to another video. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to give you some excellent tips about your equitation and what you can do to improve your equitation so you can win more ribbons at your next horse show. So let's get started. First of all, I want to thank Elleanor for sending in these pictures and these videos. Really appreciate it. And you can get involved too by sending in your own pictures or video. So first of all, I'm going to play the video for you. And this is Elleanor going through, and I think it's a handy hunter class. The beginning's a little bit blurred, but you can see as it goes along what's happening. So I'm just going to go through and you get to see it along with me here. So here she comes to her first jump. She's cantering along. Good first jump. Horse does a nice lead change. Beautiful lead change there. Look at that even steady rhythm. Really like that. It goes out a little bit further. It goes out to the end of the ring like that. Excellent. She gets to her fences there really nicely. Using the end of her ring. Excellent. I'd like to see her use her outside rein a little bit more right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. Now did you see that? We're just going to back that up a little bit there. And you can see that she kind of gets left behind a little bit at that jump. So she should be just pushing forward a little bit more to have more pace as she's coming into this line of jumps. So here she comes at the first jump again. So land, and she should be pushing forward to get to that second jump. You can see there that she got left behind a little bit. So right here, we're moving it forward there, and you can see right here, if we go through frame by frame, she kind of is peeking down, looking down like this too, and you can see right there, she got left behind. That's going to mark you down. Doesn't matter if you are, well, she got a bad spot to the jump, so that's going to mark you down. If it were an equitation class, certainly would mark you down. If it's a hunter class, certainly would mark you down. Let's continue on. Love the way this horse just has a nice steady even pace throughout. I like to stop this bouncing in the saddle a little bit, okay? I like to try to keep her bum out of the saddle. Good jump there, a little bit close, but fine. Lands on the right lead. Excellent. Get around the corner there. Like the way she uses the ends of the ring. Good, a little close. And stands off a bit from that one. That's okay. And stands off from that one. Then back to the trot, walk, and leaves. So I'm guessing this must be a handy hunter class, because in a regular hunter class you would want to do a circle at the beginning of the test and a circle at the end of the test. Generally overall, what a great round. It is even, the horse is steady, doesn't lose the rhythm at all, keeps going and gets to all the fences. You got left behind at one jump and he's a little bit off on a couple of them, but generally a really nice round. So now let's get into your position. So here's a picture of Elleanor on her jump. I think this is the same class, and you can see, generally speaking, right off the bat, wow, you think this person is really great. She's not interfering with her horse, she's staying with her horse, looks like she's in great balance, and everything looks fine, right? Well, we're going to get into some nitty-gritty of this, so stay tuned because we've got some really nitty-gritty stuff going on. And if you'd like to discover some new ways to improve your riding and training, win more ribbons at your next horse show, or if you generally like other horsey related stuff, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos coming out. Got lots of interesting stuff here about hunter under saddle, how to improve your riding position, some exercises, and little tips on how to do stuff at the horse show, and just some generally fun stuff. If you've got a question, send me an email, thistleridge@hotmail.com. If you're looking for more tips, look at this right here. That's a great video for you to watch next. I know you're going to love it. I really want to help people, and I want to help people who maybe don't have their own coach at their place, or they're too far away to get somebody to come in, or they're on their own, or if they're having trouble with something, they really want to get into the nitty-gritty technical things. send me an email, thistleridge@hotmail.com. Now let's look at some of these pictures that she sent us. Great picture. First thing that kind of strikes me as a judge is if you're making the effort to go to a horse show, and if you're making the effort to wear your own jacket, then take the time and braid your mane. If you're spending the time to go to a horse show, pay your entry fees, wear your jacket, boots, breeches, whatever it is, then take the time to braid your horse's mane. It just is that icing on the cake to show the judge and show the people around you, the sponsors, and yourself that you're really worth it. The only thing missing from this picture for me is the fact that your mane isn't braided, and it really should be if you're going to a horse show. The other thing I noticed is that you have a large square pad under your saddle, and usually large squares pads are reserved for dressage, and they're not permitted in the hunter ring, and it looks like you're doing hunter. If you're doing jumper, that's fine, but in the hunter ring, use a shaped saddle pad. Okay, we noticed the rider has head up, and the big thing about keeping your head up is really important because your head weighs around 20 pounds, so if you're looking up and looking forward, the horse can feel that you're looking forward and knows where it's supposed to go. Likewise, you can see in the video that the rider is looking around the turns to plan the turns to kind of show the horse where it's going just by looking where she's going. That's really good. Love that. And because you have your head up, makes your back flat, and having a flat back is important. It looks nice, it helps you keep in balance, it helps to engage your core, your stomach, and your core of your body. Keeps it engaged so you can ride and keep your upper body up. You look at her heels aren't quite as down as we like to see. Her heels are kind of flat as far as I'm concerned, and we like to see the heels down a little bit more. I put a green bar where her heels should be, and red bar where they are, and you can see just like that the heels down a little bit more, and I think the reason why your heels aren't down is because you're pinching with your knee, and that's the major flaw I see with this rider, is that it looks like they're pinching with their knees. One thing the judge looks for in equitation is a straight line shoulder, knee, toe, and you can see because you're pinching on your knees, you're kind of standing up in your stirrups and launching your whole body forward. If we took that horse out from underneath you, you'd probably tip forward. So we'd like to have your straight line more on a vertical shoulder, knee, toe. And to do that, you need to bring your seat closer to the back of the saddle and not over the pommel of the saddle. So there's a straight line that's shown here in green. You can see the green line, shoulder, knee, toe, and you have to bring your shoulders back a little bit. Still keep your body forward with the horse, but not so far forward that you're ahead of the horse. These are the angles that you are showing. You can see that these angles here, we like for them to be a bit more compressed to help absorb the shock of the jump and help absorb the shock of the movement of the horse. And you can see when she's cantering that her seat bumps up and down in the saddle quite a bit. And we don't like that. We want to see this rider seat stay level. And I think if you shorten your stirrups one hole, that would help. Shorten your stirrups one hole, relax your knee, and have an even grip throughout your thigh, your calf, throughout your entire leg, and let the weight come down into your stirrup with your heels flexed downwards. Will help keep your upper body still, keep your seat out of the saddle, and more in balance with the horse. And I drew the angles here. It's just about the same as where you are now, but you just put your seat a little closer to the saddle and your shoulders a little bit more upright to help maintain your body with the horse instead of getting ahead of the horse. Your seat is over the pommel of the saddle. That means that you're ahead of the horse and you're launching yourself over top of the horse. And this is the culprit right here. The culprit is pinching with your knees. Acts as a swivel, kind of like this. If you're pinching with your knees and your leg goes back, your upper body goes forward, or if your upper body goes forward, your leg will swing back. Kind of like a pendulum. Kind of like this. If you're pinching with your knees and your leg goes back, your upper body goes forward, or if your upper body goes forward, your leg will swing back. There's your seat over the pommel of the saddle, and this is where we'd like to see your seat, more over the middle and more over the seat of the saddle. That'll help you keep sand balance. The judge really wants to see a loose rein and a loop in the rein when you're going over the jump. When you're doing your release, the judge wants to see a little bit of a loop in the rein. You're not interfering with the horse, you're not hurting the horse, but to see the loop in the rein, it shows the judge, yeah, you know what, my horse is going to stay at this pace no matter what, and allowing the loop in the rein will allow the horse freedom to stretch over top of his neck, freedom to stretch over top of his back, and to use himself properly. If you want your horse to use himself a little bit better, allow a little loop in the rein, a little looser rein. Push your hands forward so that there is a little bit of a droop in the rein so the horse can reach a little bit more. And your hands, equitation wise, whenever your elbows come below your hands, that's kind of a no-no. This one, you're not interfering with the horse at all, but just as a matter of technique, again, if you bring your shoulders back a little bit further, bring your seat closer to the saddle, hands down near the martingale strap or breastplate, and also that red line is from your elbow to your hands, and that just gives a little jog, and it kind of, disturbs the general flow of your whole arm. It's just something that draws your attention to it. And when you're showing hunters, you don't want any attention to any one thing. So keeping your hands quiet without moving on the breastplate is a good thing. If you're looking for more tips, look at this right here. That's a great video for you to watch next. I know you're going to love it. Do you have a question about your equitation, about what you should do in the hunter ring or jumper ring or equitation? Send me an email, thistleridge@hotmail.com. Love to hear from you. So love that you sent this video in. Love to see this stuff. If you like to discover some easy ways to improve your riding and training, win more ribbons at your next horse show, and who doesn't like that, or generally like other horse-related stuff, remember, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos coming up. Now, I'd like to know what you think about doing a live video. Would you guys come to a live video? When would be a good time for that? Now, go hug your horse. Go use this stuff. Go hug your horse. Thanks now. Bye. And what I really like about this horse is that look at his ears. His ears are up and he's going around the course, and he's such a steady canter.